Alrighty. Morning. How is everyone today? So, yeah, I needed to change locations because trying to find signal in the house, and it is what it is, and moving forward, we'll make it work. So, if you don't know me, my name is Gloria Savanto. I am out here at Ceba Beach, Alberta, Canada, and I come on and I do my go lives to help inspire the ladies to realize that you can move from a position or a place of employment to actually take some baby steps to learn how to become an entrepreneur or a home-based business owner through social media strategies. There are attributes that we do apply, and we bring it to the viewers. So that's basically a rundown about who I am and what I do. Yeah, my little doggy's here. So let's talk about our personal attributes and our personal mythology. So how many women actually have heard this before, where we have written our stories through our own thoughts and our own minds and our own thinking? It's interesting because I did a go live earlier today talking about a person's personal journey, the story that we tell ourselves, and how can we rewrite our stories and change the way we look at things, and how we eventually can rewrite the script moving forward. During this situation, or what we like to call this pandemic, there's a lot of people who are truly discovering that there are just situations that are just totally out of our control, and yet they're externalizing quite a bit of it. I see posts on social media daily where the individuals are just at their wits' end. They want to get out. They feel like, maybe their freedoms are being interrupted or whatever the case may be. And yet on the flip side, here I am talking about how we can make ourselves better individuals moving forward. And a lot of people are just like, they just can't shake the story that they've written for themselves. And yet they want to see a different outcome for themselves moving into the 2021 year. And they just don't know how to do it. And I'm here to help you ladies figure out how to do this. Get online, learn how to do something. It doesn't matter if you join my opportunities or if you want to actually go and just take some courses, or just get out of your head space and occupy yourself away from maybe social media, but to actually learn how to do something that's going to benefit you moving forward. It is just unfortunate, and I find it to be really, really unfortunate that the script that we're writing in our head isn't going to serve us moving into 6 months or even a year from now. It is unfortunate. The people who are in just dire situations and in dire circumstances, and they've seen these opportunities. They said it wasn't for them, and yet now I have a bunch of people reaching out to me saying, I really wish I could do this, but now I'm strapped. And of course, it's the time of the year. It's the time of the year. Commercialism, Christmas time. What will they think of me if I don't get them the gift that they want? All this other stuff. Let's try to remember. Let's try to remember the season for what it is, because deep down inside, we just want to be with our families, or we want to be with our friends. Has nothing to do with the gifts. It really doesn't. The best gift that you can give yourself is to jump onto an opportunity, start learning how this all works, how this plays out, because there's no better way to take somebody from a position, and it might be a low paying income, or it could be just, you're getting up in your years and you don't want to be in the service industry anymore, and you want to learn how to do something that's going to carry you into your retirement years or your golden years, or whatever you want to call it. I'm very busy. I did a go live this morning. I just had a Zoom call. I've had already 3 messenger calls today. I'm a little bit late jumping onto my go live, and yet after this go live, I'm going to be helping an older business partner actually learn how to set up her business page and how to do a really, really nice banner in Canva. I'm here and I'm available to everybody, because I want to make sure moving forward that, we have a more positive outlook and we can rewrite the story. So if you were to rewrite your story a year from now, where would you like to see yourself? How many women want to make the comment of, where would you like to see yourself 6 months or a year from now? first of all, let's just see where everybody's coming in from. If obviously people are starting to know, like, and trust me, and they're starting to identify with who I am, but let's engage the viewing audience and let's see where people are coming in from and what are the goals that you want to see moving forward. Like I said, 6 months or a year from now. There's quite a few people that are joining into opportunities that are non-consumable. And unfortunately, that's become a luxury for so many people. We can't afford luxuries. I mean, yes, it's Christmas. Yes, we want to go and buy a nice gift, but we need to watch our budgets. We need to watch how much we're spending on the individual. Do you know somebody who would absolutely adore and love the gift of health? How about that? People don't like to receive, just that kind of stuff because they want something fun and they want it tangible and they want something that, maybe, they would have went out and bought if they felt anxiety or, they just needed to go, just go buy something to make themselves temporarily feel better. Believe it or not, the gifts I used to love would have been something on a bridal registry. So that would have been appliances. It would have been bedding. It would have been even a vacuum. Even a vacuum. I mean, these are things that I can use every day. This is something that is relative to owning a home. And it is not something that would just sit and go up on a shelf because, you just got to dust it or, you look at it and you're like, okay, yeah, the person bought me that. I don't really like it. Well, maybe I'll regift it. The best gift that we can give somebody that we really care about is the gift of health. Okay. Turning back the clock, my personal journey has just been phenomenal. Okay. The last 3 months have just been incredibly phenomenal. Just the gift of me waking up and getting out of bed and not feeling the pain that I used to feel all the time. That is a gift. I wish somebody would have given me this gift. Jackie, hi, Gloria. Looking forward to get together for the business page. Absolutely, Jackie. Yeah, we'll be jumping onto that right away. So giving the gift of health, I know for a lot of people, they think, well, I don't want that. I want something fun. And yet, they are still waking up. They're tired. They don't have the energy going into what could be possibly a very busy a season. And yet they have this anxiety. They got the stress. They have the emotions behind it. And yet what's a candle going to do for you? It's not going to do much for you. Okay. I have fires in my house every day. I have the biggest candle going. It's got the most amazing smell and there's nothing that can touch that. Having a fire in my fireplace relaxes me. I watch the flames and the aroma of that has always brought back some of the fondest memories of me in my early childhood, because coming out to the lake was a treat. And that is something that I will always resonate with my parents. They both passed. And, it is something that comforts me in the long run. Also comforts me is just knowing that I have given myself the best gift I could have ever gotten or ever given to myself. And that is the gift of health, the gift of mobility, and it's just the phenomenal results that I've been seeing. So opportunities are out there. Everybody has the opportunity to jump on and reach out to somebody who they know is not having a very good physical time. And yeah, I was the worst. Walking up and trying to walk my dog up the street and the bursitis and the sciatica in my hip, I couldn't keep up. I couldn't play with my dog. And I know that sounds really strange, but how would you like to play with your grandchildren? How would you like to go to a ball diamond and maybe kick a ball around with them, or even a round of tennis, even go swimming with them? And you want to go swimming, but maybe you're kind of self-conscious and maybe you have a little bit of embarrassment around that. What if you get winded? There are so many things that we overlook. And there are people, I know there's a lot of people in the health and wellness industry, and yet they're overlooking the underlying criteria. And that is, we need to heal ourselves from the inside out. Because if you don't feel good inside, no amount of makeup, no amount of hair care products, no amount of skin cream or whichever is going to hide how you truly feel. And for me, I'm a ball of energy when I wake up in the morning. My feet, both feet hit the ground now, whereas before I used to have to put one leg down and then the next leg down and then try and stand up. Some mornings that was excruciating for me. Absolutely excruciating. When I was driving truck, I was in constant pain. My shoulders were in constant pain. My neck all the way down to the lower spine was always sore. And I can't explain it to you. It's an experience that an individual needs to go through in order for them to adapt and understand that in order to change our mind, we also need to change our health. We need to start to feel better. And moving forward, talking about our personal mythology, so many people have identified with a chronic illness or a victim mentality or nothing ever works out for me, or how can I do this? I am at my wit's end. I have things to do. I have family to support. Bills are coming in. And yet they're just not looking at the obvious. They're not looking at the obvious. Old school methodology and the myth behind it was that if you went to school, got good grades, went to college or university, you would get the good career. We're starting to see a lot of that take a big flip because you've got maybe 1,000 students graduating and only 2 positions that are available. You have paid a lot of money for that receipt that you hang on the wall. I got lots of them. Believe you me, I got lots of those diplomas or certificates that I have paid good money for. And what did I get in the long run? I still ended up being a truck driver. Yeah, my engineering career tanked. I spent 6 years preparing for it, and it didn't take me a year to realize, ugh, that is not where my passion's at. Why, it was an experience. The education was phenomenal, but it led me down to, it took experience and time and lots of money spent in order for me to realize that just wasn't the career for me. So I ended up doing what my next passion was, and that was working in a darkroom. Okay, and this was for a national newspaper. Everybody's very familiar with it. I left engineering, people. I left engineering to go work for the Auto Trader. How many people know the Auto Trader, and how many people have actually bought that Auto Trader? Well, then you're looking at the person behind it who put this thing together. I started at the bottom. I started in the dark room, and I worked my way up to floor manager. I knew everything about the printing industry inside out. Lots of issues there dealing with Con Bolin. How many of us know who that is? I ended up leaving because of the situation with that, and I ended up going to another rag mag called the Edmonton Sun. Realizing that, you know what? I had reached the top of my pinnacle as far as working in newspaper was concerned, and going to the Edmonton Sun was a big, big, big slide down the slope. And I said, I can't do this either. I ended up getting my Class 1 license because I said, I got to get out of here. How many people have actually thought that if you could go on a vacation, or if you could take off for a month right now because you need a break from everything, that your problems won't follow you? Doesn't matter where you go. Your problems will always follow you. You can change careers, you can change opportunities, and you can change the way you think about things, but your problems are always going to follow you. And it's not until you realize that, listen, okay, I mean, being an employee and being in the mindset of being an employee, you realize that you're trading all this time for money. If the first 50 years of your life haven't gotten you what you wanted, and if you haven't started to realize that your passions lie somewhere, and it could be with me, solo vacations quite often. I will take off for a month every year, and I'll go to some place I've never been, and I make an amazing, amazing trip of it. Do my problems follow me now? No, they don't, because I have learned to change the way I think about my personal mythology. And it's not the method, it's the myth. The myth that we have, understanding that moving forward, you can transition from being an employee, and that's trading your time for money, into becoming an entrepreneur or a home-based business owner, learning how to leverage multiple income streams. And that way, something is going to pay for something that's going to pay for something that's going to pay for something. Then you can finally justify going on a vacation without having to put it on another debit card or a credit card, figuring out, okay, I'll pay for it when I get back. I don't know how, but we need to get out of here. Once you learn how to make the transition over, and you start to understand that there's a different mindset involved, all of a sudden you start to realize that, hey, you know what? There was a lot of hard work put in here. There was a lot of time put in that wasn't paid for, but what comes out on the backside, and it's what comes out on the backside that makes it magical. And it might take a year. It might take you 2 years. Some people it's taken 5 years, but you know what? They realized that their dream was there. They changed the mythology. They changed the myth behind education, good career, pension, retirement, and all of a sudden now they've taken their life by the reins, and they've rewritten their story. How do you want to rewrite your story? Well, it starts out with the one sentence, and the one sentence is going to be something that's going to scare you. And it's going to be, in my case, I won't live this way anymore. One sentence. I won't live this way anymore. That one sentence becomes a paragraph. The paragraph after that was, this is how I need to change. I cannot rely upon the system to look after me. I need to look after myself. Next paragraph, how am I going to do that? And the more you write out and the more you start to understand that you can rewrite the script that's up in your head, the more you start to realize that, you know what, there is a way out. There is a way to leave a low income paying position in order to move and transition over. You just need the will to do it. You need to be at the point where maybe fear has set in. And if fear has set in, you need to realize that, you know, you need to do something about that now. You just can't sit back and say, yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. I'm phenomenal. I've had girls, okay, I've been with this new industry, this new position. I've been here for about 3.5 months. And I've had people reach out to me and say, you know what? I'm good. When I first started, they were like, I'm good. I don't need what you have to offer. I don't believe in it. I don't, you know, it's this, it's that, whichever. And now they're coming to me and saying, okay, you need to show me what you're doing. You need to show me what you're doing. And it's not because I'm making the 6 figures that they're all promising you. Absolutely not. It's because they have been following my journey. They have seen me change physically. I'm starting to get clearer eyes. My hair is starting to be better. Like, look at here. Let me show you. Look at these nails. Look at these nails. And I'm a gardener. Okay. My nails, I don't have nails in the summer, but my nails are growing like mad. And I know that's not a big thing for people. When you start to notice little things like your hair is getting thicker, your nails are growing stronger, your skin is getting clearer, your eyes are getting clearer, you're walking better. I mean, you start to feel better. And when you feel better, then you can think better. And when you start to think better, you start to see it as a bigger picture. It's unbelievable. It is really unbelievable, the stories that I'm hearing. So a new business partner came on and she joined me. And it's a heartbreaking story. Here's a girl who was at her wit's end. Okay, she had a baby. A year later, unbelievable. Her personal journey is unbelievable. Dropped down to 49 pounds, highly anorexic, and she became a cutter. The PTSD, the postpartum, the depression and the anxiety, she just tanked, absolutely tanked. She reached out to me and she goes, can you help me? I said, okay. And we've had multiple conversations about this. She came on as a business partner, and we're still waiting. She just registered. We're still waiting for her stuff to show up. But inviting her to the group and just having her look around and finally seeing that, you know what, she's not alone. She's not alone. She's had other people. She's read the testimony. She's reading what other people are doing. She's seeing the progression of some of the other ladies that have gone from anorexia or bulimia into a better health style, into a better career position, and into a better motivating situation. This girl is very hopeful. Okay. And it all comes down to hope. And if you have hope, then you have a chance at winning. But if we've all lost hope, then we are nowhere. We need to have the hope every day. So joining me is one thing, but asking for the invite is another. So if you are interested in understanding that I'm not here on the take for anything, but I'm here to help the ladies understand health is going to be numero uno moving forward. Depending upon what situation you're in, we have something that's going to help everybody. Okay, especially if it's under the chronic illness situation here. Moving that, and then I can give you the invite. You can go in, you can have a look, you can research it, you can read everything, listen to all the videos, and and if you still don't feel inspired by that, then you have no hope. I mean, you've lost hope. And I'm not saying that to be detrimental or mean or vindictive, but it does come down to a situation of, it's the myth, it's the bombardment of everything that we're being now seeing on social media, or it could be Google or wherever you're doing your SEO. And it is just a matter of you finding something that is just going to say, okay, you know what? I'm going to become a product of the product. And then I'm going to post my journey. And then I'm going to inspire other people to learn that, moving forward, my inspiration is going to take other people, and it's going to become a survival guide for somebody who really needed it, because my story, even though people don't think that they have a story, my story resonated with somebody enough to give them back the will to just want to just get some hope back, to start dreaming again and start moving forward. Okay, so I'm running into my time here, ladies. I know this was kind of a weird one, but I needed to hammer this home and make it a little bit more evident that, I'm here to help the individual. No obligation with an invite to the group. If you're catching this on the replay, just let me know so I can give you a shout out. But moving forward, that's all it is. No obligation. Just reach out to me. I can send you to the group, and then we can just go from there. So you ladies have an awesome day, okay? And you'll see me tomorrow. All right? Okay, bye.